The ancient practice of yoga is more relevant today than ever. With our busy lifestyles, it is so important to connect our minds with our bodies. A regular yoga practice can lead to
strength and flexibility. With a consistent yoga practice, you can prevent injury while maintaining a healthy body. With mind and body in tune, you can find your inner
peace. Developing your physical practice, whether you're a beginner or an expert, is essential. But as a yogi, not only will you go deeper physically, but mentally as well.
mind,
body.
Spirit.
This is Yoga with a View.
Hello and welcome to Yoga with a View. Please lay out your mat, lie down on your back, and close your eyes. Dropping into your breath. And just notice what is circulating in your mind. What are you thinking about? Beginning to observe the quality of your thoughts. And move from being the thinker into the observer, becoming aware by illuminating your mind. And then move from your mind into your body by drawing deeply into your breath, consciously lengthening your inhales and your exhales. Find the sound of Ujjayi, the sound of the ocean in the base of the throat. Take a deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale through the nose, all the way to empty. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, take a full body stretch, extending out through your fingers, out through your toes. And then begin to take some circles with your ankles, with your wrists, just expanding through the joint. Then hands come down by the sides. Go ahead and bend your knees, pressing the soles of your feet into the ground. See if you can touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. Then planting the palms down onto the ground, begin to lift your tailbone up towards the sky, one vertebrae at a time, moving through the spine all the way up to rise your hips. Once the hips are high, see if you can release your glutes, use your quads, and press even higher. Then very slowly and consciously, one vertebrae at a time, start at the top of your spine and slowly roll your back down onto your mat. Once the back is down, then on the inhale, again, start with the tailbone and rise up towards the sky. With your breath, rise and fall through these undulations. And either stay here for version 1 or begin to add your arms by lifting the arms on the inhale, reaching them up and back as you rise the hips. And then lower the arms, lower the hips with the breath. 3 more, slow and controlled. Stay with Ujjayi, that sound of the ocean, conscious in every breath that you take. Noticing when the mind wanders, you can always come back to the sound. Come back to the sensation. Last one, slowly. See how slow you can move through the posture. Staying conscious with the alignment and with the vertebrae, feeling the space in between the spine. Once hips come down, palms come down, draw your knees in towards your chest and gently rock side to side. Feeling the lower back, release and press into your mat. Then let the palms face down, release your shins, and draw your knees and your shins so that they're 90 degrees apart. Shins are lifted off your mat. Go ahead and flex your feet. Okay, stay here and work on lifting just your tailbone, or go into variation 2 by lifting your palms directly in front of your face, palm facing palm. And rising directly forward and up. Arms are straight. Hands apart, yes. So just like so. Yeah, okay, from here, again, notice your core really actively engaged through the center of your body, and then begin to reach your right arm back, your left arm forward. Come back to center. Switch sides. No, you stay there. Arms come high. And now reach only the right arm back, the left leg forward. Back to center. And then switch sides. Moving with the breath, just igniting through the core. In either variation, we're using this abdomen drawing in towards the spine to create this fire, to create this heat through the center, and begin to stabilize through the core of our body. Take 2 more on each side, or stay where you are. Stay present with your breath, moving slowly and easily through the motions. And after the last 2, draw the knees in towards the chest, and then again begin to rock forward and back along the length of your spine. Coming into a seat, go ahead and turn around, pressing yourself into a child's pose. Knees are as wide as the mat, big toe mounds press in together, chest, forehead down on the ground. Okay, from child's pose, keep your head rooted and down on the ground, but shift your weight over towards the right, and then over towards the left, moving from side to side and feeling this wave-like sensation from the tailbone down the length of your spine, coming out the crown of the head. Just becoming loose in your hip flexors and in your spine. Then rise into a tabletop position, adjusting your knees so the knees are underneath the hips, the shoulders are directly over your wrists. And then pause for a moment. I want you to think about lifting your shoulder heads as you drop your heart down. Navel comes in towards your spine. Gaze is at the ground, staying long through the back of your neck. Take a deep inhale. A full exhale, and on your next inhale, begin to lift your gaze up towards the sky, drop your belly, coming into a cow. In cow, lift your shoulder head, spread wide across your collar blades, or your collarbones. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Moving between cat-cow with the breath. On the inhale, rise for cow. And on the exhale, cat. And again, keep your focus, keep your awareness in your spine. Feel the space through the vertebrae as we open and round. Then come back to center, lift the shoulder heads, draw your navel towards your spine. Now bring your gaze over towards the right as your hips come over to the right, and we create this C curve through the right side of our body. So opposite way, come this way, gaze over, shoulder, yep. Really nice. Now move over towards the left, opposite side, and side to side as though you're wagging your tail. Just beginning to feel the sides of your body opening through the torso, opening through the sides. And if you have any issues with your wrist, A great modification is to be on your fists, depending on the strength of your wrist and the flexibility. So having the fists is going to help you stabilize through any of the postures with the hands on the mat. Go ahead and come to center, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Okay, from down dog, just immediately begin to bend the left knee, the right knee, allowing any organic movements through your body to open and expand. Using the Ujjayi breath to stay still and centered. Then on your inhale, come forward into a plank and notice if you need to adjust your stance here. Chances are you're a little narrow and you need to become a little wider between the hands and the feet. So just notice where you're at. Draw your navel up towards your center. Lift your shoulder heads and melt your heart down. Okay, strong and stable through the core. Take a deep inhale. Exhale back, down dog. On the inhale, come forward into a plank. And on the exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Okay, with your breath, take 3 more, slow and controlled. Staying through the center of your body, staying with your breath, just igniting through your core. Feeling the openings in the arms, the openings in the hamstrings. And taking note of where you feel tight. And meeting in a down dog, see if you can begin to step your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees slightly, and drop your heart down in between your thighs. Gaining length through the sides of your torso as you press into your palms and reach your heart away from you, seeing if you can squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades together to open through the shoulders. Then slowly walk your feet to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold, grab opposite elbows. Let the head and neck release, shake the head yes, shake the head no, and then sway side to side. Feeling the lower back release, the length through the back of your body. And release the arms, bend the knees, rise into a halfway lift. In your halfway lift, palms come directly underneath the knees. Bend your knees so that the weight comes forward into the balls of your feet. Reach your tailbone back. Now think about lifting your shoulder heads as you press your heart forward. Find flatness through the thoracic and notice your neck. See that you're not looking up nor down, but that you're nice and straight with a long neck from crown to tailbone. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, forward fold. 2 more with your breath, inhale. Open mouth, exhale, forward fold. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, weight in the balls of your feet. Lift your shoulder heads, melt your heart as you reach your arms out to a T. Palms are facing down towards the ground. Stay strong through the abdomen, keep the gaze down, and then with the arms out wide, gently rise all the way up. Arms come high over your head. And exhale, release palms together, thumbs at heart center. Okay, 3 grounding breaths all together. Inhale, arms come high over your head. Open mouth, exhale, palms together, thumbs at heart center. 2 more, inhale, arms high. Exhale, palms down. Last one, inhale. Full open mouth, exhale. Okay, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, arms come high over your head. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And on the exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Okay, we have 2 versions here. One is going to be a full chaturanga. The other one is going to be all the way down onto the mat for cobra. So on the inhale, come forward on the toes. Version 1, lower all the way down onto your belly. Through the plank, and then rise for cobra. And exhale, push through a child's pose into down dog. Okay, version 2, come forward on the toes. Lift the shoulder heads lower through chaturanga. Elbows bend at 90 degrees, hips in line with the shoulders. Then rise through up dog. And exhale, down dog. 3 deep, long breaths in your down dog. An ujjayi sound. Coming back to stillness, back to center. At the bottom of the third, either jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, arms wide, rise to standing, arms high overhead. And exhale, release, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Okay, 2 more. Inhale, arms come high overhead. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your palms, jump or step back, high plank. Again, in high plank, navel runs in towards your spine, lift your shoulder heads as you melt the heart forward, lifting through the sternum, and then lower through chaturanga or all the way down onto the belly for cobra or up dog. And ending in down dog. 3 long, slow breaths. And in this down dog, notice the sensations present in your body, particularly your hamstrings and the beginning of the warmth and the opening. Notice how over time they begin to soften, they begin to open. Bottom of the third exhale, jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms wide, rise to standing. And exhale, release, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Last one. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. And moving through your vinyasa, 1 breath, 1 movement. So Surya is the name for the Indian god that resides in the sun, the supreme being of knowledge, of wisdom, of knowing everything. And it's the Surya that resides within the self. It's our highest being, our highest self. And namaskar means to bow in reverence. So Surya Namaskara is a bow to the divine which is within the self. You're bowing down to the divinity of the self and of everyone else. 3 breaths in down dog. Bottom of the third, jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, arms wide, rise to standing. And exhale, release, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Close your eyes, pause, breathe. Feel the beat of your heart. Feel the racing through the body, the energy that is stirring from deep within. Take an inhale, arms come high. On the exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana. Shift your weight into the heels as you lift your toes, finding your balance. And then melt the heels back down and see if you can shift your hips a little bit lower. Arms rise, press your heart forward as you drop the shoulders down your back. Feel your quads ignite. And inhale, rise all the way up onto the tippy toes, extend out through the fingers, out through the feet. And staying on the tippy toes, draw your palms together, lower all the way down into a forward fold, letting the heels come down last. Testing your balance. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the palms, step your right leg back. Okay, with the right leg back, bend the front knee over the front ankle, and then just begin to rock forward and back. Warming up through the hip, strengthening through the back leg. And then come to center, front knee over front ankle, bend the back knee, untuck the back toes, and reach your arms high. Notice here your weight is shifted forward, your knee is pressing over the ankle. Then shift the weight back, reach high through the fingertips, take a deep inhale. Exhale, cactus. 2 more, inhale, rise, shift your weight back. Exhale, press your hips forward and open. Last one, inhale, rise. And exhale, lower the palms all the way down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back thigh. Step the back foot forward on the inhale, halfway lift. Open mouth, exhale, forward fold. Okay, bend the knees, arms wide, rise to standing, arms high over your head. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the palms, step the left leg back, right knee comes over right ankle, and then again, ignite through that back leg, straighten your back leg as you rock forward and back. Come to center, knee over ankle, bend the back knee, untuck the back toes. On the inhale, rise your arms high. Feel your weight shifted forward, this opening through the back leg, and then shift your weight up and back, reach through your fingertips, take a deep inhale, and exhale, open. 2 more with your breath. Last one, lower all the way down, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back thigh, step the back foot forward on the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, arms come wide, rise to standing. And exhale, release, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Okay, close your eyes. And without looking, I want you to feel your feet pressing down into the earth. Keeping your eyes closed, lift all 10 toes. See if you can spread them wide. Eyes remain closed, and then begin to slowly lower just your right pinky toe. Then the next toe over, and 1 toe at a time across your right foot. Once all 5 are down, then start with the left big toe. And again, 1 toe at a time. See if you can lower them down towards the ground. Okay, you might notice that this feels hard, but why don't you open your eyes, look at your feet, lift all 10 again, and now start from the left pinky toe, and see if you can lower them down, 1 at a time, across both feet. Using the practice to illuminate the mind on the lack of control that we have over our own toes. Using this practice daily to begin to gain the control, begin to build the strength and the awareness through the very foundation of all of our postures. Okay, once all 10 are down, draw your palms together, thumbs at heart center. Feel the 4 corners of both feet press down. Bend both knees slightly, ground down through the left as you begin to reach the right leg up, bending the knee at a 90-degree angle. Find your balance, find your stillness. And then slowly lower down. Grounding down through both feet, bend deeply, and then begin to lift the left leg. 90-degree angle, finding stillness. Bring your awareness to the ankle. Notice what's happening. Slowly lower down. And on the inhale, reach your arms high overhead. And on the exhale, sink your hips, Utkatasana. Lift all 10 toes as you shift your weight back into your heels, and see if you can sink your hips a little further. Lifting the arms high, drop your shoulders down your back. Soften through your gaze. Feel the quads ignite and go even lower. Take a deep inhale, reach the fingertips forward, hover your heart above your thighs. Use the strength of your core to hold. Deep inhale, reach, and on the exhale, sweep the arms back and pause, squeezing the tips of your shoulder blades together. And see if you can come onto the tips of your toes. And then slow and controlled, begin to rise all the way up, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Okay, moving into a heating flow. Inhale, arms come high. On the exhale, sink your hips, Utkatasana. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach your arms high, reach your right knee high. And exhale, sweep back. Inhale, left knee high, hold and hover. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Beginning to build momentum, build heat, build heart with your breath. And choosing to stay here, or you can take it a step further. As you inhale, the right leg comes high, and exhale, step it back, sweep your arms down. Inhale, straighten the front leg, and exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Left side, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. Straighten and lower. Moving with grace, with ease, staying with your balance, staying with your breath. One more time, each side. Burning through the stagnance of your body, burning through the stagnance of your mind so that we can come into a greater, deeper practice. We'll end at the top of the mat. Eyes closed, palms together, thumbs at heart center. Now feel your body. Now feel your breath and the beat of your heart. Noticing the heat, noticing the racing, and using the breath to come back. Using the breath to drop your heart rate. Using your breath to stay present. And inhale, bring your arms overhead. On the exhale, swan dive all the way down into a forward fold. On the inhale, come into a halfway lift. And on the exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Either moving through chaturanga, lowering all the way down for cobra or for up dog, your choice. Into a down dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up and back. And notice your natural tendency. How high does your right leg come up and how high does your right hip lift? See if you can drop the right hip down in line with the left hip. Pressing the right toes down towards the ground and lifting the inner thigh up towards the sky. Notice how the hips are nice and square here. And then begin to open the right side by stacking your right hip on top of your left as you press evenly down through both palms and square both shoulders down towards the ground. Now bend your right knee and take a big circle through the right knee, through the right ankle, opening through the right side of your body. Okay, come back to center, square your hips, reach the right leg down and back. And on the exhale, draw the knee in between the nose, setting up for pigeon. The shin comes down onto the ground. Okay, from here, I want you to notice the front shin. You can either have it tucked and bent, or you can begin to parallel it towards the outside or the top of your mat. And then bring your hands onto either sides of your hips. And for a moment, just find this alignment through the center. So draw the back toe down onto the ground. You're pressing into that back foot. You come onto the tips of your fingers as you lift your heart, lift your sternum. Okay, see if you can squeeze your thighs together and lift your hands towards your heart. Okay, take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lower the palms and begin to fold all the way down over your front thigh. You can create a diamond shape with the index fingers and the thumbs, resting your head in between your hands, or you can have palm on top of palm, or you can stay rested on your elbows or up on your hands, depending on the flexibility in your hip. But allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to surrender in the discomfort of the posture. And become embodied in your practice by noticing exactly where you feel sensation. Using your breath to create space. Notice what stirs in your mind when you feel uncomfortable. And choose to stay in the discomfort. Choose to explore with breath. And slowly rise up through the sternum. Press your hands in towards your mat. Shift your weight over towards the right as you swing your left leg out towards the left, and then forward and in front. Coming into a seated forward fold, we'll take the right foot onto the inner left thigh. Square your hips forward, and then begin to find this hinging from the hips as you reach your spine forward and straight. Okay, you have a few options here. You can either have your hands on the ground, pull your heart, pull your chest forward, working with the hip flexor. Or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can take your right hand on the outer edge of your left foot and see if you can keep your spine straight, reach through your sternum as you rotate towards the leg. And if you'd like to go further still, you can take the left hand around the inner arch and lower the head down towards the knee. Breathing into the back of your leg. And slowly rise. Right hand comes down behind you as you shift your weight onto your right knee. Reach your left arm up and high, stretching through the left side of your body. And slowly lower down. Drawing both legs long, shake it out. And then we'll transition into the other side. So again, left leg comes back, bend the right knee, reaching the right leg up and back, hips are square. And then open the right knee, stack hip on top of hip, and lower down. Okay, setting up for pigeon on the left side, come into a down dog, and then inhale the left leg high. And on the exhale, draw it through, knee in between your hands, dropping the shin onto the ground. Finding the same placement that you did on the first, but noticing how the difference might feel from side to side. And then come to center, press down through the back foot, toes are facing directly behind you. Lift up onto your fingertips, squeeze your thighs together as you reach your fingertips off your mat, drawing your palms together, your thumbs at heart center. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, crawl your hands forward and begin to melt yourself over your shin. Forehead onto the ground, or stay lifted on the elbows, but choosing a place that honors your body, honors your depth in this pose. Being aware of how the left differs from the right. And using your breath to stay. Choosing to stay when it feels uncomfortable. You'll find that the longer you stay, the less uncomfortable you become. And observe your breathing patterns. Observe your quality of breath. And pressing your palms into the mat, begin to slowly rise. Shift your weight over towards the left as you swing the right leg forward. Again, setting up for that seated forward fold. So right leg is now extended forward, left sole of the foot comes onto the inner right thigh. Okay, a few options here. Again, either work with a straight spine and just use the flexion in your hips to draw your torso forward and feel the length in the back of your leg. Or continuing forward by taking the left hand onto the outer edge of the right foot, drawing the sternum forward as you rotate your torso towards the right thigh. Choosing to stay here or continue forward, lowering the forehead all the way down towards your knee. And staying with the breath and allowing the hold to open over time. Allowing the breath to bring in space so there's no forcing, there's no pushing, but it's this continuous ebb and flow of long breath, of deep stretching and deep opening. And slowly rise, bringing the left hand behind you, press in towards your left knee, reaching up through the right fingertips draw back. And slowly lower down. Both legs come forward, shake it out. And then again, switching back into your three-legged dog. Left leg reaches high, bend the left knee, open the left hip, release the posture. And then last, down dog. Walk it out, sway it out, head releases, neck releases. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands and we'll come to lie down on our back. So feet come forward, sink your hips down towards the mat. And then very slowly roll your body down onto the ground. Let the body be long and still for a moment. Just taking note of where you are right now. How does your body feel? How does your breath feel? And bend the knees, the soles of the feet onto the ground, coming into a figure four. Cross the right shin over the left thigh. Use your right hand into your right thigh to open through the right side. And then choose to stay here, or you can interlace both hands behind the outer left thigh and draw the left knee in towards your chest. Choosing to keep the left leg bent, or go ahead and straighten. Drawing into the breath, into the sensations of hip. And slowly lower down. Releasing the pose, same way that you came in. And moving in towards the second side. So left shin over right. And then choosing to stay here by pressing your left palm in towards your left thigh and opening the left knee. Or using both hands to come through and grab the outer right thigh, drawing the right knee in towards your chest. You can use your right elbow. This would be your left elbow in towards your left thigh and open through the left knee. Slowly lower down. Both feet come down onto the mat. Feet are hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart. Pause. And draw the soles of your feet together. Let the knees splay out wide. Just place your hands on top of your hips. the inner thighs, the groin, and softening with the breath. Then draw the knees together, bring your feet out wide, and feel the lower back pressing into the mat. Feet will be as wide as the mat. Knees will press in towards one another. Then moving into some gentle back bending, we'll come into a bridge. So feet again, hip distance apart. Knees hip distance apart, not drawing out nor in. And then palms will be faced down by your sides. Now see if you can actually physically grab the outer edges of your mat with your hands. Begin to pull your mat apart and then lift your hips up off of the ground. As you pull your mat apart, see if you can tuck your shoulders underneath you, lifting through the sternum, lifting through the heart. Stay with your breath, release your glutes, and use your thighs to lift even higher. Pressing down through the four corners of your feet and staying spread wide through your toes. Gaze is directly forward. Heart is lifted. Slowly, one vertebra at a time, lower down onto the mat. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, knees knock in towards one another. Arms come out to a T in gentle sway side to side. Come back to center. Setting up for a happy baby, draw the knees in towards your chest, reach for the outer or inner edges of your feet. Knees draw in towards your armpits as feet reach up towards the sky. You can kick out to the left, to the right. And then slowly release feet down onto the mat. Reach your right foot out towards the right corner and your left foot out towards the left corner. Reach your arms down beside you, palms face up, and then lift your heart as you draw the shoulders down your back. Soften your chin and close your eyes. Final Shavasana, surrendering into the end of your practice. Letting go of your mind, of your breath, and just being in complete stillness. Place your right hand on your heart, beginning to feel the beat beneath your chest. And calling to mind your loved ones and feeling a sense of gratitude for the health and wellness of those that you love. And place your left hand on your belly and feel the rise and fall of your breath. Taking a moment of gratitude for the health that radiates throughout your entire body. With this sense of gratitude, reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch, extending out through the fingers, out through the toes. And roll onto the right side and pause in stillness. And then gently rise into a comfortable seat. palms together, thumbs at heart center, eyes are closed. Feeling your quality of mind, your quality of breath. Thank you for joining us with Yoga with a View. Namaste. We'd like to say a thank you to Prana for these amazing outfits and water bottles. Huge thank you to Aspen Ski Co. for this incredible view that we have today. And for Aspen 82.